The major reason for decrease in the value of money. There are major two techniques. One will be compounding, another one will be discounting. PV stands for present value, FE stands for future value, T stands for time, R stands for rate. What you are invested, you have invested 11,293. Hello everyone, this is your Adarsh sir, lecturer in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So, we are in the session 5 of your topic called Time Value of Money. Still, we are in Unit 1. Under Unit 1, you have two topics. One will be your financial management theory part, and the second part we call it as your time value of money. In the previous session, we discussed about what is TVM. TVM stands for time value of money. In today's session, other than theory part, we have a small theory concept. We will complete that. Later, we will go for example problems. The example problems will do on your present value as well as future value. So what is the agenda for the day? As I told you, first we'll understand few theory topics. Already we have completed, but small topics are pending. Those things we will complete in today's session. Along with that, we'll also go for your example problems. We are not doing your examination problems today. We are doing only example problems. First thing, why does the value of money decline? Now, this is the first and primemost thing. Why does the value of money decline? Now, the major reason for decrease in the value of money. Just as I told you in the previous session examples, for 100 rupees, now you are getting 1 liter of fuel. Same thing if you go almost 5 or 6 years back, for same 100 rupee note, you used to get 2 liters of fuel. So these are called as your time value of money. So the value of money will decline. Almost 90% of chances are decline only. Only 10% of chances, there may be chances of increasing, like your site or land, property, same thing. Because of this, your time value of money decreases. You used to get that particular land for 5 lakh, but the same land after 5 years, for 5 lakh, you may not get even half of the land also. So those are reasons are called as your decline in the value of time value of money. Now, the value of money decline due to the combined impact of the following. These are the reasons we have. These are the reasons because of this, your time value of money declines. Now, first one, inflation in the economy. What does inflation mean? Now, as you know that in Kannada we call it as Hanadubbara. Now, because of inflation, many will lose their jobs. So, because of inflation, the economy changes. So, the value of money will also decreases. That is a primemost reason for your time value of money declining. The second part we call it as risk involved. I'll give you best example for this. Some XYZ. You are supposed to collect 10,000 from XYZ today. Now, you may be busy with some other work or other project. You thought that I'll collect next week or next month from that person. Now, what happens next week or next month? There may be chances are there. He may be out of money. He may be out of station, or he may be dead. So many possibilities are there. So better collect your 10,000 today itself. Next week he may alive or not. Next week he left out with money or not. Or in another 2 or 3 days somebody, maybe the cash will be theft or something will happen. So those are the chances of risk are there. That's why delayed receipt of cash also one of the reason for decrease in your time value of money. And the third one, opportunity cost. What do you mean by opportunity cost. I'll give you simple example for opportunity cost. Like, so you have 10,000 with you. How much you have? 10,000 with you. The same 10,000 you keep it in your locker. You have a locker at home. In the locker you keep the 10,000. Now remember this example. You have 10,000 rupees money with you. The same 10,000 you keep it in your locker. Now all fresh notes now. So the same 10,000 it is in locker. After 5 years you will open that locker. How much will be there? Yes, exactly. If no one opened means 100% the 10,000 will be there in the locker. Once again I'll repeat. You have kept 10,000 in the locker. If you open after 5 years, the same 10,000 you will find in the locker. Now, in case, instead of keeping in the locker, keep it in the bank. Instead of keeping in the locker, keep it in the bank. What happens? Now, after 5 years, if you go to bank and if you check, the 10,000 will become 16,000. Example I am giving. 10,000 will become how much? 16,000. How? How means interest added. Your 10,000 now the amount is 16,000. Now, we'll come back to your opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? Instead of keeping in bank, you kept where? In the locker. How much you lost? If you have kept it in bank, you would have got 16,000. Instead of keeping in bank, you kept in the locker. Still it is 10,000. How much you lost? You lost around 6,000. This we call it as opportunity cost. Hope you understood. What is the opportunity cost? The money you lost. It is not by spending, by not investing. Hope you are clear. This is called opportunity cost. The last part we call it as consumption. By consuming also the money value will decline. These are the major reasons comes under why does the value of money decline. Your 5-mark question, remember these points. First will be inflation. Second one, it will be opportunity cost, your consumption as well as risk involved. And the next part we call it as techniques of time value of money. There are major 2 techniques. One will be compounding, another one will be discounting. What is compounding? We also call it as future value. What is discounting? We also call it as present value. Now, under compounding or future value, what does future value mean? I'll give you an example. Now, your friend wanted to give you 10,000 today. How much he wanted to give you? 10,000. Now, so your friend said, asked you that, so you want 10,000 today or you want after 2 years? He is giving you option. Now, if you want 10,000, I'll give it now. Or else if you want 10,000 after 2 years, the option is yours. What you will do? Normally you will collect today only. Or else, if you want after 2 years, what you will say? If I am there in your place, I'll say that, no issue, you give me after 2 years, but I don't want 10,000 after 2 years. I want 12,000. How much I want? 12,000. If you give me today, you give me 10,000. If you are giving me after 2 years, you are supposed to give 12,000. You have to give 2,000 more. Why? Why? Because if you give me the 10,000, I'll go to gold shop. Right now, per gram, example I am giving, per gram, 5,000 rupees. What is per gram? 5,000. If I go to gold shop, I'll get around 2 grams. How much gold I'll get? I'll get 2 gram gold if I go today. Now, so if you don't give me today 10,000, if you give me after 2 years, per gram is now 6,000. After 2 years, per gram gold is how much? 6,000. It is expected, it is not actual. Expected that 5,000 will become 6,000. That's why if you give me after 2 years, I don't want 10,000, I want 12,000. Because after 2 years also, I can buy 2 grams of gold. How much it is? 12,000. There is a logic behind your future value or compounding value. See, that today's 10,000 worth, after 2 years, it will become 12,000. Means your future 12,000, today's worth is 10,000. That's why these are called as future value. Today you can buy 2 grams for 10,000. If you want, after 2 years, you need 12,000 to buy 2 grams. This is called your future value. In future, you are collecting means the amount should be more than what you are supposed to collect today. Now, the second part, we call it as discounting our present value. I'll give you best example for this. What? Please write down the examples there itself. Why? Because you will understand better. Without examples, you cannot understand these kind of concepts. Now, discounting our present value. What do you mean by discounting our present value? I'll give you simple example for this. Discounting means what? Like reducing. Now, so you got a check of rupees 25,000. How much the check value? So check, how much? 25,000. And in this, they have mentioned the date of 2021, some January, some date. So they have mentioned that in January 2021, you go to bank, collect your 25,000. Now, we are still in the month of December. We are still in the month of December. I want money in the month of December itself. What can be done? He has written it is in the month of January. I cannot wait till January. What can be done? So I go to bank. I'll request the banker. I want 25,000 now only. Can you do something for me? Yes. The banker will say, yes, I'll do it for you. You need not to wait till January. Today only you will get your amount. But I can't give you 25. I'll give you 23,000. How much banker is ready? 23,000. I cannot give you 25. If you want 25, come in the month of January, collect 25. Now we are in December. If you want money, I can give you 23,000. What I'll do? Happily I'll say, yes, you give me 23,000. I collect 23,000. There it is over. What banker will do? After 1 month, January, the banker will go to your friend. The banker will go to your friend and banker will collect 25,000 from your friend. Hope you understood. How much banker will collect? 25,000. Now, what is the profit to the banker? Banker gave me 23 but collected how much? 25. This 2,000 is a profit to the bank. This is all about your discounting our present value factor. So, discounting means always reducing. Remember this. Now, hope you understood. These are the techniques of time value of money. So, major thing, before we go for the example problem, we should understand what does this mean. Like, if I don't go in detail, just I'll tell you what is PV. PV stands for present value. FE stands for future value. T stands for time. R stands for rate. Now, I'll come back to this too later. R, remember, it is a rate of interest. Like, if you are giving 10% interest, you are supposed to tell rate of interest is 10%. Similarly, time. You are keeping 10,000 into bank as a deposit. For how many years? Like 10 years. What is your time? 10 years. If you are keeping your amount for 5 years, what is your time? 5 years. The banker said, I'll give you 7% interest. What is the rate? 7%. Remember, whatever percentage given in the question called as rate or R. Whatever given in the question as T. T stands for time and how many years you have kept your deposit, we call it as time. Hope you understood. Now, these are the two formulas you have. If you want to find out present value, go for this formula. If you want to go for future value, go for this formula. Both are similar. Here we multiply, here we divide. Same thing. 1 plus r to the power of t, 1 plus r to the power of t. Remember, r should be in the small letter. I have written in the big letter, but it should be small letter. Now, 1 plus r to the power of t, 1 plus r to the power of t. Here we have multiplied with present value. Here we have to divide from future value. Now, if you want to find out future value, you should know the present value. If you want to find out the present value, you should know the future value. These are the concepts. So we have to remember these concepts. Now, example number 1. Example number 1. So these are the example. Almost 70% similar kind of problems you will get. But along with that, we have small adjustment that we'll understand from the next slides. But today you will understand only what is a basic problem you will get from present value as well as future value. Now, how to find out your future value? Now, under this, if your deposit 55,650 in a bank which is paying what is the percentage? 12% interest on 10 years. How many years? 10 years of time. Deposit, how much the deposit grow at the 10 years? How much it will grow means in future what the amount will be. So what we are finding out? Future value. Before that, you should write how much is your PV, how much is your time, how much is your rate. These three you should know before you start your problem. Now, what is your present value? It is given 55,650. This is your present value. Now, what is your time? Time, it is mentioned 10 years. Now, you have to mention that 10 years. Now, what is the rate? The rate they have mentioned 12%. Now, you are supposed to take 12%. Hope you understood. These are the information we are supposed to add. Now, we'll simplify the formula. We have all the information. We have the formula. We'll simplify. Now, future value is equal to, what is the present value? 55,650 multiplied with 1 plus, what is the rate? Rate of interest is 12%. 0.12 divided by, anything is there? No. Number of years is how much? To the power of 10 years. Now, remember, I have done 0.12. Why? So, percentage, you cannot take it here. If you want to take 12 by 100, you can take. Instead of taking 12 by 100, make it as 0.12. How come you got 12%? 12 by 100 is equal to 0.12. If it is a 15%, 0.15. 10%, 0.10. 8%, 0.08. Remember, clear? Now, these are the basic calculation we have done. Now, further calculate. 55,650 will remain as it is. So, 1 plus 1.12 to the power of 10. Now, how to calculate this? Very simple. 1.12 you have to multiply 10 times. Again, I'll repeat. 1.12 you have to multiply at 10 times. Now, if you don't want to multiply, very simple. Go to log table, go to 12%, go to 10 years, you will get the answer. Or else, if you want to calculate, if you will not get your log table, then what to do? Then you are supposed to calculate. 1.12 multiplied with 1.12. 2 times over into 1.12. 3 times over into 1.12. 4 times into 1.12. 5 times into 1.12. 6 times into 1.12. 7 times into 1.12. 8 times into 1.12. 9 times into 1.12. 10 times. You are supposed to calculate this for 10 times. So if you calculate this, you will get 3.106. How much you will get? 3.106. 106. Here how much this will remain as it is? Yes. Now, sir, how to calculate 10 times? Is there any shortcuts? Yes. 1.12 you got multiplied with 1.12, it is over. Third, fourth, no need to multiply, just you have to press equals, equals, equals. 10 times, already 2 times over, 8 times if you do, you will get C, 3.106, 3.106. So again I'll repeat, 1.12 into 1.12, 2 times over. How to do third time? Just equals, third time, equals fourth time, equals fifth time, equal sixth time. Like this up to 10 you do, you will get answer of 0.106. Now multiply these two, how much you will get? Now 55,650 multiplied with 3.106, you will get 1,72,849. This is your present value. So it is not present value. This is your future value. This is what? Your future value. So what is your future value? If you invest 55,650, after 10 years, it will become 1,72,849. Remember, this is all about your future value problem. Easiest one. Hope you understood. Now, I'll go for your present value. They have already given what is your future value. You are supposed to calculate present value. Now, see, Mr. B has given an opportunity to receive 20,000 6 years from now if he can earn 10% on his investment. What is the most he should pay for the opportunity? Remember this. Now, we are supposed to find out your present value. Why? Because after 6 years, whatever he will get, it is already mentioned, it is 20,000. Number of years, how much? 6 years. What is the percentage? 10%. We'll make it a note. Now, your future value is 20,000. Your rate of time is 6 years. Your rate of interest is 10%. So these are the information already given. Now, if these are the informations are given, we'll go for the next part, like your formula. Your PV will remain as it is equal to, what is your future value? 20,000 divided by 1 plus R. So it will be 1 plus R. What is the R? 10%, we can call it as what? We can call it as 0.10. 10%, we can call it as 0.10. Now, this will be 0.10. This is done. Now, what is the next procedure? Simplify this. 20,000 divided by 1.10. Now calculate, but this is number of years, how much? 10 years. You are supposed to calculate 10 years. Later, you can divide with 20,000. Now, in this problem, we don't have 10 years. We have how many years? 6 years. So it must be how much? 6 years as well as 6 years. Simplify this. So, how much it is? 1.10 into 1.10, 2 times, into 1.10, 3 into 1.10, 4 into 1.10, 5 into 1.10, 6. 1.77. I'll write it here. 20,000 divided by 1.771. How much you will get? Now, 20,000 divided by 1.771, you will get 11,293. 11,293 is your final answer. This is what your present value. Today, what you are invested, you have invested 11,293. What will it become? 20,000 after 6 years. This is all about your present value calculation. Hope you have taken screenshot. Now, this is all about your today's session. In the next session, we go with your compounding interest. So that is the easiest part. If you go for yearly basis, half yearly basis, what will happen? You will understand better. In the next session, we'll go in detail step by step. Thank you.